Hello everyone and welcome to the Toy Barn. My name's Darren and my wife Kathy is right over there.
Hey folks.
Here. It's like a little mouse, right?
What's going on with Buffy? How's everything going with Buffy?
Oh, okay. We're going to talk about a cat that came up, I guess, out of the wild is what we'll say, right? She's a domestic cat that we don't know if somebody dropped off on a road or she's ran away or what the case may be. She's a little kitten, and yeah, she's a beautiful cat. We'll show you some of this pictures of her one of these days, or just bring her in here and let you see her. But she's doing really good. We've got her where she's eating. She's getting where she wants people to be able to sit with her, pet her, and just she'll sit in front of Kathy the whole time while Kathy's working online. But today has been a great day. And yes guys, by day I mean basically late Saturday to today, which is Sunday. Now you'll be seeing this, I think Kathy, you're going to schedule it on Tuesday, so you'll be seeing this Tuesday afternoon. But we've had an explosion of sales. We've got one on deck that we're still looking for. Hopefully we'll find that here in the next little bit, probably tomorrow. What do you say? Probably tonight or tomorrow when we get a chance. But we got one, and then we got a potential deal that we're going to be doing if we can get worked out on Mercari. Buyers wanting to get a, is it a dress?
Yeah, it's just a pallet from a pallet.
A pallet buy that we had. They're wanting to get a deal, and we offered them a deal, but they wasn't at the site at the time to apparently get it, or they didn't get the message on the phone. So we're trying to get around a workaround on Mercari, which Mercari needs to quit limiting seller options on sending offers to buyers. Okay, that should be us as sellers. Mercari, pay attention. Us as sellers options. In other words, if I send somebody a $7.98 offer and they miss it because either they're away, their phone's dead, whatever the case is with the battery, I don't care what it is, they're out on vacation, they didn't bring their phone or iPad or whatever, we should be able, if the, especially if the buyer says, hey, Darren, Kathy, Madcap Toys, can you send me that offer? I missed it because I was out. And that's exactly what she said. So we need, as a seller, we need a little workaround around this, because not everything is denied because they don't want it. We've had several times of this happening on Mercari. But today, like I said, today, how many sales we got? 14?
14 on deck.
14 on deck, right here for Kathy to show off to you. She's got a subject to talk to you about here in a little bit. I'm not going to spill the beans, but I also want to say, hey, I'm very thankful. Pizza Hut offered us another free pizza. We appreciate it, Pizza Hut. We didn't take them up on it because we've had quite a few offers. I'll be honest with you, I'm having a little bit of sauce burn at night, right? But we appreciate the pizza, guys, and we also want to thank YouTube for letting us step up into the advertising realm where we can work with some, what do you want to say, constructive advertisers?
Right. We don't have any particular offers yet, but
we're
in the door.
We are now out there. So if you are a company looking for someone to advertise your wares and we sell it, or we agree with it and believe in it and use it, we will be more than happy to do it for a fair rate. So that's just the business end of it. But again, 14 items, guys. This is great. So Kathy, I'm going to pass it off to you, Angel, and let you take over.
Fantastic. Hey folks, happy Tuesday. Welcome back to Madcap Toys. You are back in the toy bar. I hope you're doing fantastic. And the start of the week has been excellent. Again, I just want to really recap because she's part of our family now. Buffy is doing great, as you've seen in the Monday video. She kind of had like a panic attack meltdown, so to speak. Not anything physical, but just got panicked, and
well, we had a lot of noise out that day when I had the windows up, so I think it may have shocked her.
For no reason, but after, like, maybe after he shot the video, within 10 minutes, she was allowed me to pick her up, and when we went downstairs, I petted her. She began to eat, drink, do all the things cats do, and then also she started to play, which that is she found a couple of old cat toys we had, and she started to play. So right now she's inside taking a cat nap, so to speak. But she's just been good, very, very good kitten. So she's in between kitten stage and cat stage. She's kind of like almost like a teenager. I would say she's about 5 months, maybe.
She's like a teen that works at a grocery store. She's busy during the morning, and then she sleeps all night.
Yeah, that too. So I plan on taking her to the vet for our shots and everything, and getting her spayed, or what do you call it, spayed or neutered? Right. Spayed for females, and getting that all taken care of within the next 4 weeks to get that done before the busyness starts to happen. Because resellers, as you know, busy is getting busy and busier. But before we begin, if you haven't already, what are you doing? Subscribe to the Madcap Toys family. We want you to be a part of us. Also, you got to hit that bell for all notifications, because each and every time we upload content, of course, you're going to be the first to know. And you know we love comments. Keep bringing them in. And if you haven't done it yet, you've got to get to the Reseller Community. It is growing Facebook group. So there is a link in the video description. It will allow us to help you to build your brand as a reseller, to be able to show your wares to the other members, show your exciting finds at your yard sales or wherever you source. And then we can go back and forth on what kind of boxes you use or what kind of tape you use and all of those different things, so people can reach out and see your links to your store. And if you are a YouTuber and you do videos, weekly I post where you can share your YouTube video. We do it all together in one thing along with the store. So I haven't had any YouTubers come to me yet and say that they go on YouTube yet. They're just resellers, which is okay, but they are sharing their stores and the store links.
That's good.
And which is awesome, and we see that. And then, of course, like I said, we even have some non-resellers actually joining. So non-resellers, join. Why not? You know, be a part of us anyway, and just see what it's all about. Maybe you're thinking about reselling
if they
soon.
got a question or they see something they'd like to get.
Right.
Maybe they'll get a special deal being a part of the group.
Right. You never know. So there are some. So it's a win-win situation, reseller. Go ahead and sign up. Does cost you nothing. I'll get to that approval.
Okay,
I watch it a lot.
Sorry to interrupt again, but question.
He's interrupting me again.
I got to. You never shut up.
They don't call me Chatty Cathy for nothing.
As a kid, right?
But
here's the deal. Babe, do we have a link to your Whatnot group?
Yes, we do.
We haven't done a show on Whatnot for a little bit.
So
I mean, you do have a link,
if
right?
you said yes, so if and it's been, I did it to the settings so it uploads every time. You don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about it when I edit. But yes, so in our video description, there's not only a link to the reseller community, but there's also a link to the Whatnot reseller community. So if you do sell on Whatnot part-time, full-time, once in a while, join that. We have almost 8,000 members now.
That's exclusive Whatnot, right?
That's exclusive Whatnot. That is exclusive Whatnot.
The other
if you only sell on Whatnot, but the reseller community, you can sell Facebook Marketplace, whatever you want. eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, we can just list them all. But yes, anybody can join.
And you do allow people once in a while to show off a few of their wares. Like,
yes.
Like, who is it? Hoarding King?
Hoarding King.
He showed off
some things he's listing. Thank you for that. Brenda Earl. Thank you for that, showing our store link and what she bought at a yard sale and listed. Got some nice stuff that put in her home and garden and some other. There are some others, and there's some people coming to the fold that they're just kind of, sitting back, kind of taking back in, kind of watching things. And like I said, we even have some non-resellers just because they love what we do. So I'm thankful. Whatever, you don't have to have a badge that says this.
Place to ask questions if you don't understand the
be a part of us. We love it.
Right.
And maybe just to learn. Maybe you're brand new to it and you have no idea where to start or how to do, but this kind of helps you, and that's why we created it for everyone, to have a safe place to be able to join, and it's so much fun. So
very good people too.
Very, very good people too. All right, so I'm not going to show you this yet because I even got something else. So you see at the top of the screen, because you clicked it for a reason, we're going to talk about what eBay just sent all of us if you're on eBay just about a few days ago. I just learned, and you probably just learned too, that UPS now has UPS Ground Saver. Now, if you have done a lot of research with it, let me know in the comments below. I've done a little, so I'm not well educated, but I do know some things after reading up through. So today we're going to talk about in between UPS Ground Saver versus USPS Ground Advantage. So they kind of look a little bit similar, but they're not all similar. So there are some pros to UPS Ground Saver, and there are some cons. Let's go over the pros real quick. So UPS Ground Saver is good if you need to have something be delivered no matter what day, 7 days a week. So UPS Ground Saver delivers 7 days a week.
So is there a limit on when you have to have it in to get them to do so?
No. So compared to Ground Saver and Ground Advantage, being with the post office, it's Monday through Saturday, and after that, that's Sunday, you're out of luck. Now, if you needed to have that on a Sunday, maybe someone's got something for a birthday and it's last minute. We resellers know that a lot of times our buyers buy things at the last minute. Or Christmas, right? Christmas comes along. Say, for instance, this year, I think Christmas is on Wednesday, I don't know. But say they bought it late that last week, and they live far away. They gotta get it there. UPS Ground Saver will allow you to be able to ship it, of course, 1 to 5 business days, but they can also have that extra day to deliver it on Sunday. That is a pro to UPS Ground Saver. Another thing, it seems like it's a little bit less time, not much, for UPS Ground Saver rather than Ground Advantage, but not too much to really discuss that. There's a lot of sames with UPS Ground Saver and Ground Advantage. One thing is that, of course, both cover $100 in insurance, no matter what it is. The dimensions of the item is a little bit different. I think SPS Ground Advantage is 108 in diameter, up to 70 pounds. And I think UPS Ground Saver is a little bit more, I think. So if you have a larger package, you may consider Ground Saver rather than Ground Advantage. Not really sure on that. You want to check that out for me, let me know in the comments. But so there are some pros with that. And I've even seen on some regular items that I've seen in our inventory, that when I check it out on eBay with the dimensions and the weight, that sometimes the UPS Ground Saver is a few cents better than Ground Advantage. Shocking, right?
So
kind of, sort of. But now I'm going to be the devil's advocate now. Now I'm going to tell you a few cons about UPS Ground Saver. You can only ship to residential addresses on UPS Ground Saver.
So no P.O. box.
You cannot do P.O. box, military addresses, or commercial addresses. Cannot do that on UPS Ground Saver, but you can do that on Ground Advantage.
Okay,
so that's a con.
Words, not doing international. Pretty much just
I don't know about
only,
that.
right?
I don't know about that. Let me know in the comments below. I didn't read that far. I read, but I didn't read deep. I didn't think about that.
You didn't scan it that deep.
It didn't scan it that deep, but good question. Maybe something to bring up in our community. Go ahead, do that. That's another reason. But, yeah, so that's one thing. I mean, if you look up and you weren't paying much attention when you hit ship, get your shipping label, and it's somebody that's a company, because we have companies buy off of us.
Yes,
we do. What if I hit UPS Ground Saver on accident? Well, whoops, commercial. Oops, P.O. box. Oops, military address. It's not going to work out. So you have to have USPS Ground Advantage. So that's a con, right? It's a con.
Well, my question is with this then is, how can you set that up as your preferred if you can't allow people, let's say, in one of our military bases in Guam?
That's a good question.
To use it, because that means you've got to have like 3 or 4 option venues.
That's a good question. And Daren, and I'll repeat it, Daren's saying, how can you set it up when you're creating your listing?
Right.
Good one. As preferred, because anybody and their mom is going to see your listing, and the buyer's not always going to have it up here. They're not going to think that they may want to send it to their insurance agency, right? Their commercial place of business where they work or where they own.
So that their kid doesn't see the gift, let's say.
And then you have that, and they paid maybe less for the Ground Saver than Ground Advantage or Priority. You can't really put it as preferred. Very good.
No, you cannot, because
it'd have to be your secondary or third.
If we have it, I'm going to be honest with you. There's a lot of cheap people out there. They're going to go for something if it saves them 5 cents. Literally, we've seen this, right?
Me, I have a youngest boy.
Yeah.
We're always looking. We're at people. We look for
and
the bargain.
I'm not saying it's bad, but it's economical. That's why people do it. There's people that I'm going to get it as cheap as I can, as fast as I can.
That's me. And especially when we go out to eat. I'm not going to take too much. Yeah. But when we go out to eat and everything, I'm the app person. Well, we can get this free. We can get this discount.
It's annoying.
Daren's like, let's just order it like the old-fashioned way and just do it. We can save over 50%, or maybe get this and this free. So that's me. And
you got my attention at 50%.
And then, well, today, of course, you know, right now, and I'm not going to announce it, but for like the next week or so, we can get buy one, get one free Subway. What did we do today? We got buy one, get one free Subway, spent less than what you would just going up to the counter and getting 2 subs. We would have had to pay probably $30, $40 by the time we got done. We only paid $10.43. So see,
deal,
that's Kathy.
And I want to thank Subway for that, by the way.
Yeah, thanks for the deal. But I mean, that's not just
that's for everybody.
That's for everybody. But getting back to it, that is a good question.
That's my thing. How
Maybe
can
we
you
need to
make
bring
it
that
preferred if you don't say, I'm only going to ship
Right.
in the U.S.? Because I get people that literally will buy off me from Brazil, literally, and they'll want the cheapest thing. They'll say, well, you know, you said I could do this. Well, when it goes to whatever the new postage place is that eBay does the packing for our customers, you know, there for a long time was down in Edinburgh, Kentucky, right? And now I think they put us over into Missouri.
Oh, you're talking about International?
International. Where'd they
International
move us
was Erlanger, Kentucky.
to? Erlanger, okay.
And now it's Glenview, Illinois.
Illinois, okay. But here's the fact, like I said, okay, I get that I'll take care of it to that point. But there's so many things that if eBay International is not covered with it, I mean, how can you offer this preferred?
Does UPS Ground Saver, you know, even consider that distribution center a commercial address?
Well, there you go. That's what I'm trying to basically get out because what counts as commercial, what don't. I mean, if you drop it off at, let's say, CVS, is that commercial? Because, you know, you're not one to always go up to...
No, and that's another thing I want to cover. If you say, well, I normally put things on, well, for us, Mercari, we do some things UPS SurePost because it's a lot less expensive than Priority Mail by about $5 or $6.
Right.
So those, I'm like Daren will say, is there any Mercari that has to go out to our CVS location down a mile from the road? Yes, or sometimes yes, sometimes no, right? Yes. So UPS Ground Saver, you can drop it off at your UPS store, your UPS distributor, or your CVS locations, etc. You still can. That is there's no change to that. And also want to make a announcement here too. If they're now, not all packages are like this, which I don't understand that, can't explain it because I'm not educated on it. I won't say I am. But it seems like that there are some ways that they'll take it's just like SurePost, but a little different. They'll take UPS may take it from A to B all the way, all of them, and it's always all covered with $100 insurance. Here's the con, right? But if there's an address where UPS will only take it so far, and then they allow the post office to do a last mile delivery from that point to that point, if they do that, according to what I read on eBay, from that point to that point, it won't be no longer covered by the $100 insurance.
See, that's right there. We're not using it because if I'm not protected, guaranteed protected, because I don't know what's going to go on.
And you're not going to know at the time you probably print the shipping label that it's going to be guaranteed to go from A to B without going to the post office.
That's basically telling me your coverage means nothing,
so to speak. So there's pros and there's cons.
Yeah.
Pro, if you have to get that item, that person's like, hey, there is a time I got to have this under the Christmas tree or what have you, and you need that Sunday to get it there, UPS Ground Saver.
Yeah, but how do you know UPS is going to be doing it all? That's the problem I'm asking.
Again, you're not going to know. Unless you spit out the label and it says, you know, fully UPS Ground Saver, or it says, you know, like you see with the SurePost, this part, and then USPS, here, this part. I don't know.
The question, did they give you an example tag like you can see so we know if it's got 3 bars they got to scan or 1 bar?
No, so, I don't know. You would have to go to their site to see it. I don't know. eBay didn't send that. So I cannot give you all that good information. If you guys have more information on what we're bringing up, please put it in the comments below because we want to get that out of the way. But that's some of the stuff that I saw to bring to the table. Well. So there are some pros, and there are some cons. In Madcap Toys case, except for one area, there's a lot more cons than there are pros.
Yeah. We have to
there's
be
like
protected.
right. So there's a couple of pros and there's a lot more cons. So in your case, there may be a lot more pros and less cons. Everybody is different.
Well, they can tell us what they think of the idea. I mean, I'll be honest.
We'll even put out a poll.
Money.
Let's put out a poll Tuesday morning about that. Some people know. Some people may say I didn't even look at it yet. Some people may already be using it. Some people may not have started it yet.
You know how to create a poll? You can put it up after this video.
I'm going to, through the video. So Tuesday morning, I will make a note to put it up. We'll have a short, of course, on at noon. We always do. But I will put a poll up maybe a few hours before 5 o'clock. As you guys are already seeing the poll right now. So we're going to do that. I'm going to put that in my ledger, and we're going to do that. But yeah, let us know in the comments what you think. We would love to get your input. All right, we've got a lot to talk about here. Over here with, you said 14 items. Yeah. I mean, we've been just doing really, really well. Poshmark hasn't pulled it off yet, but I've been getting all of my completes. So order completes, 5-star ratings. Everything is pretty much up to date. So Poshmark now just needs to shoot off, right? Needs to start getting going. And Madcap Toys Plus, the baby store, has pulled it off today.
Yeah, it's done pretty good. Has
pulled it off today. Has had a couple of items, and it thanks you too. And we got a lot of great stuff to share. So let's start sharing, shall we? So, you can tell it's been raining here.
Yes,
as of late.
We had, and I wonder if Brenda had the same thing. We had a deluge.
We just had a deluge.
15 minutes.
And Daren was talking to our Alexa, and she kept saying it's gonna rain at this time, and it didn't. It's gonna rain at this time. This was yesterday, and it didn't. And all of a sudden, Daren was like, we got done work. He said, I'm gonna take a little snooze with Buffy and just take a breather. He goes in there, and all of a sudden, while I'm doing a little bit of work, I look up, and it's torrential rain. And I look back at the Alexa going, seriously? No rain is expected today? Are you crazy?
Yeah, but it did that today, 15 minutes. But I mean, it was downpouring.
It was torrential. All right, we gotta get to it. So we got a couple items at Madcap Toys Plus, and thank goodness. I remember I put on this upstairs tote, but it was actually out here. It must have been something that Daren grabbed, I think, the other day. But that is okay, because it was easy to find. So, Halloween, guys. Here's some Halloween makeup or latex appliance from Wuchi. Wuchi Broken Bone Latex Appliance Kit. This one's going out to Zach. Hey there, Zach. Thank you so much. For $12 plus.
Shipping to boot.
Shipping to boot. Thank you so much for that. And then, by the way, since he's here, thank you so much for shooting that Monday's video so I could help Buffy. That was amazing. He did a fabulous job, didn't he? He
took me a while to get back in
the groove. Give us some love, guys. He kind of at first was like, I felt like I was just like, woo, woo. And then at the end, you could tell he started to slow down a little bit, but this wasn't his groove, because he's usually doing other things, so he did fabulous. Let him know. Give him love in the comments below. Fabulous.
Yeah, all right.
Fabulous.
You got a ton more Halloween stuff to put on if you can get to it, right?
I do. I got a ton more everything to put on. And then also, too, with Matt, since we're talking about it, Madcap Toys Baby Store, we only have, maybe less than 2 weeks left, and I'm already at the brink of the 250.
Uh-oh.
So I'm afraid my realist might have to have me pay out. If it starts to, I'm definitely subscribing before the end of the month.
Store.
I have to. But the sales are helping out.
Right.
I just listed this on the baby store last night.
Yeah.
Madcap Toys Plus last night, and put it on the river shelf too. So I got an offer. It was beautiful. We sold it. Has a little bit of wear and tear, and you can see it's not perfect on the edge. A little bit of bending there, but it's still it's a great piece to have. And this is the Star Wars, the Black Series number 47 Grand Admiral Thrawn action figure. Again, I had it very temporarily on river shelf too. Going out to Meredith. Hey, thank you so much, Meredith. We appreciate you. For $12.99, not too bad. So just roughly a 20% discount going out to you and that Monday.
If I can find him in a 3 3/4 inch figure, I will. I'll take him for my own.
Very, very good. Yeah. Is he? Now I'm going to ask you a quickie question. Is this the animated series, The Rebels? Star Wars Rebels?
No, it is comics animated, but here's the thing. It's also in Ahsoka.
Oh, see,
I think it's Ahsoka.
He knows way more about Star Wars than I do, but that I wasn't for sure in the item specifics on eBay what to put, but it worked, right? It worked. It got it out, and that's for us all that matters. All right, so that is what the baby store did. Now we're going to go with a couple of items sold on Mercari, and Daren had shouted them out to me, and it all worked for the greater good. The very first one I found it, I had to go through a couple totes, but I found it. A couple of the odds and ends. So this was actually in the weapons tote. It was in the other tote. But that's okay. I found it.
I try to lay them in one of those 2 totes, but I just, you know, like, here you go, odds and ends.
I found it. Praise God, I found it. Okay, this is one of the yard sale items you bought, okay, in that big old box that you had. Red Collector biplane ornaments, but it's not really biplane, sorry. Yeah. There's no hanger for an ornament, so I guess it's just, there is?
There is, yeah. They got to put it through this string. I'll show you where.
But there's no string.
No, you have to get one. They've lost it, see?
Gotcha. But you mentioned that there wasn't a string.
I told them, yeah, they
I mean, it was a good price.
Yeah.
So
I priced it to move. Basically.
So I'm having a little trouble, because Mercari, you have to open the order and the person, and it just gets ready. But this sold for $3 plus ship, so that's very, very good. Yeah. Very, very good.
Well, I got such a good deal, I just try to spread it. You know what I mean? Now, there's some things that's worth so much, and just the price. But there's other things you just want to
He actually got the price he wanted. And like I said, he bought it in a big, good, nice-sized box of planes. This man in the yard sale had passed. The wife just wanted to get rid of it.
I bought his whole collection of planes.
And, we've been selling them. Very, very good.
$25.
And we have 10,000,000 of these, but you know what? We sold one. Yeah. And you know, you think I wouldn't spend a listing on eBay. Well, we don't. We put it on Mercari, and we have put some on Poshmark, but we've been selling these on Mercari mostly. So we're thankful. And it did. It sold on Mercari. 2022 new Buzzy Grow Kit. Floral gift daisy. Daisy's purple, right? And it sold for $4 plus ship.
And I tested some last year in my yard.
Did you really?
And they grew. They're good.
You didn't tell me this.
No, I had a little spot. Remember over the tank that I put a lot of...
And your youngest son likes daisies. I may give him one for Easter next year or something. Just not to, you know. He could buy it. I'm just saying, he likes daisies awful well. And you can even put them in, like, they want you to grow it out of this, actually. But it comes with, and you guys probably seen this in other videos, but it includes the planter, the seeds, the growing medium, and instructions.
Well,
so
the reason I put that other set outside was when I inspected it, the flip that they've got around it was broken open, and it was, the bag was sort of open.
That's what happens with pallet items, guys. That's what happens. But we have mini roses, we have daisies, and there's one more. Oh, we have basil. We have basil.
Yes.
So if you cook, basil, right?
I don't remember where we put it.
Oh, I think it's on Adam's shelf 3. I've got quite a few stacks. So beautiful, going out to you in the AM, and yeah, that was all on Mercari. But it did pipe up a little bit, and that's what I was thankful for.
And you know the thing I like about Mercari, and we talk a lot about them here.
Talk snacks.
I like the fact that they sit there and they're not charging fees, and that allows me to offer a lot of people better deals, lower prices. And the only thing is, they will have to pay Mercari the fee, but I'm able to sort of circumvent that by giving them a better deal.
And that's why, and you don't know this, but we know this because we were talking about it before while we were walking out. This lady wanted a dress, and I had it for $17.10. But guys, I have a ton of these dresses, and when I say a ton, and I've had them for a while. So I gave her an offer one day. It expired. She's like, "Could you give me that offer again? I want it." And we were having bits, and he goes, "Are you really sure you want to sell it for that?" I said, "Yeah, because I'm not only going to get my no seller fees on Mercari, B, she's paying shipping on top of it, C, I'm getting my money back that I put into it, plus getting 200% back. Yes, please."
See, that's something you also forget as a seller. You forget,
please.
Hey, I'm not paying fees on this site all the time.
Yes, please, all day long, please. So I said, just let me handle it, and I did. So she may even have bought it. I don't know yet. We'll find out, right? We'll find out. All right, we got tons to talk about on the Godfather eBay. I'm telling you, we got some stuff to share. So pallet items. Gotta love the pallet items. If someone tells you, "Hey, Margaret," "Hey, Brenda," "Hey, Adam," "Hey, Jordan," pallet items don't sell. Lies, because if you watch Madcap Toys, you always find, we just showed some, right? Just the other couple. We're going to be showing you some more, right? And a couple of these are one of them. This is one of the items. Target did not take it out of the plastic. So as you guys know, those little workers. Daren used to work as a toy man at Kmart for a while when we had Kmart. Just as a side job. This was before we really got back into eBay. We had a little bit of a in between, and they would have to take things out of packages.
Yep.
Like this clothing I'm talking about, not the other stuff. And so Target people never took this out of package. It still has the tag. It is fresh. Nobody's tried it on. It's beautiful, right? And so this is where it's at. And if you can get a bunch of these and sell them, and also guess what? Look what you see here: shamrocks, clover, St. Patrick's Day. People are buying. It's August. St. Patrick's Day is in March. Sell it, list it, get it on.
Have it for next year.
Don't put that in your headspace that, well, it's not that right now.
Yep.
It's not, but it's gonna be. Because when we blink our eyes, I think it's like 100. You guys are gonna throw rotten tomatoes at me right now. It's only about 130 some days till Christmas. Think about it really quick. Now is the time. You know what I listed last night, Daren? An Easter bunny kit thing. Like an Easter package.
Years ago when I was younger, I'd said, are you crazy? But you know what? You've learned through the years, 24 years going on plus of this, you learn stuff sell year round.
Yes.
And so if you got it on there already, it'll sell during the time most often.
It'll be when you when you don't even think it's going to happen. I've sold Christmas even a few months ago, right? Selling Halloween. Now, of course, yeah, it's going to be more often now than it was, but I was selling Halloween back when we were getting ready to get in the hot weather. Before I even went on a plane to Disney. Remember that, guys? I'm telling you, just put it on, list it. So we've sold 2 of these to this one lady, and she wanted the extra large, and of course we have the extra large, same one. It's a smiley face that has shamrocks on it. Mint would tag both of them, never been opened. And both of them are the same listing. She used the 15% off August coupon. That coupons are working. And it sold to Kimberly. Thank you so much, Kimberly, for buying those 2 shirts. And together it sold for $14.93 plus ship. Got my money back. About 400% markup. Fantastic. Going out to you in the AM for that. All right, now Daren went to the same buy that he bought those planes. And when he picked up this box, I was like, oh, are you kidding me?
I bought them all.
And it wasn't because of the manuals, because I knew manuals sell. I've seen it before in the past, so I kind of knew. But these were kind of like, well, they're vintage and they're kind of used. They've got stains and, you know.
Mechanic stains.
Mechanic stuff that's been over the bend. And, you know, I don't know, what did you pay for the box again?
I paid 50 cents a book.
50 cents a book.
So for basically 25 books, I think I spent, what was it, 12 bucks?
I don't know. Because in that yard sale, and he knows to be true.
Yeah.
I was standing around looking at things. He was like, I'm getting it. Took the box and just opened the SUV and started putting things in. This yard sale was like back in the boonies.
The woman would write it down first.
It was a 90-some degree weather, and he was just taking basket after tote after what have you, and I was just...
But you know
I was letting him do his thing.
There was 3 of those books. I told the lady, throw them away. They got too much oil, grease, gas. They smelt. Nobody's gonna want them, and so they threw them away because they were just deplorable.
Yeah, her husband had passed, and this was just some of the stuff that he had left.
Well, they were well used.
They were well used, but he used these. But when I saw the Volkswagen one, he has a couple of different ones.
One more.
I thought, oh, these are going to move very good. So we got these comped. And this one particular one sold. The Volkswagen Type 2 Bus Service Manual. Guess what, guys? From 1968 to 1979. That is some vehicles from the way back when, right? Official repair book for Volkswagen. Vintage. And you know, Ron appreciates that. He does. So he actually said, that's great. So he took advantage of it. And think, guys, if Daren bought all those books for what you said, $15?
No, well, yeah, the whole
box.
I bought the other, but I threw, like I said, three away. I mean, I wheeled and dealt. Originally, she wanted like 25, and I think we come down because I said, well, you do 50.
Right. So he said $15 for a whole box of manuals.
The box was huge.
This one alone sold for $21.23, and that's not including shipping.
I'm working on another deal, but. We'll see how it goes.
Amazing, right? It's gonna be a little heavy, but we're selling it via media mail.
Now show this one off, babe. I still got this.
Show
this
it
is,
real quick and we'll put this
okay,
back.
this is basically an owner's workshop manual. This one here is a lot, I'm going to say cleaner than the other one was. This basically dealing with all these things, 72 through 79, gives you the engine and all style, but it just deals with electronics and all the ifs, ands, and buts that you run into being an owner of various vehicles as far as that. But this is what I'm talking about, guys. You guys out there that work on cars know what happens when you have these paper books.
All right, and this one coming up, we bought this and a couple of other ones at a local flea market about 6 or 7 years ago. It's been a while. And we sold it. So this is the 2005 Star Wars Revenge of the Sith Bodyguard versus Obi-Wan Battle Arena set. Of course, was found in the shed. Actually, probably in the Star Wars shelf, I'm assuming, correct?
No, actually, it was up there on the Jurassic because I think I had to make room, and so I threw it up there. But anyway, what did you say what we sold that manual for?
Yes, I did. We sold it for $21.23, not including shipping.
I got all my money back, but minus fees. Did I get it all?
So Daren pretty much is in the profit zone now with those manuals. Anyway, so we're going back to this now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Said it was found in the shed, but he said it was on the monster shelf. I don't know why.
It was right
but
there in front of
anyway, it sold to Robert. Thank you so much, Robert, for $9.33. So I believe we did give a little bit of a deal there to move it along. So
well, we either did or he took the 15. I'm not sure.
15.
Yeah.
Either one. It doesn't come out and say he didn't use a coupon, but we're not going to argue about it, right? We're just going to let it go. We're just going to let it go from there. All right, now we have someone that bought not one, not two, but 3 certified coins.
Okay.
And so this is going to be pretty exciting.
Now they will be delivery confirmed, correct?
And he paid for it. So we adjusted the shipping, added the $3.70 signature confirmation because we want to make sure he signs for that because
and it goes to him.
It goes straight to him. So here we go. He bought 3 of them, and I will give you the total as soon as I'm finished because it's all together. It was found in the desk. Over here, this is the 19020 Silver Morgan Dollar PCGS certified mint state 64. And that's not all, folks. He also purchased the 1887 Silver Morgan Dollar from NGC certified mint state 64. Now keep in mind, guys, if you don't know much about coins, these people grade it. They're high coin graders, and when they say it's this, it's this.
Well, they're sort of like the creme de la creme.
The creme of the creme, and they also put a serial number and a barcode. Yeah. So what they say it is, it is. Coin. Right? It's not us that graded this; it's the companies. And then also he purchased the 1880S. Silver Morgan Dollar Mint State 64 PCGS certified. So all 3 of these coins. Now, Daren always keeps the tag on the back of the coin, usually. So rough guesstimate, he paid about $275 total for all 3 of those coins. Drum roll. So these are all going out to Howard. And before shipping and signature confirmation, it sold for $491.
Yeah, he got a little bit of break. I'd say 15-20% on the various coins, but sometimes you're able to work a little better if you're getting a mass deal. I mean, if you're getting 1 coin, you're not going to get that kind of.
So roughly, he got all of his money back. Plus, he made after fees, maybe $130, $140 for all of it. Not too bad. He moved it. We've got space. And now we're on to the next.
Yep.
And that's the way it works, right, guys? Resellers, we don't have museums, right? That's right. We keep on listing. We keep on moving things out so we can have fun sourcing it back in, right? That's the way it works.
Well, nobody wants a store.
Nobody wants a museum or a store. All right. And then this one Daren had to help me find because it said shed, but I was hoping maybe being that little big old G.I. Joe tote like the other one we got to find. But the other one we got to find, you'll see it on the next video. 1986 Leonard the Corpse John Eagle. Is that his real name?
Yeah, that's his name.
John Eagle version 1 collector action figure. So this is a vintage Leonard. Never overlook the Leonards, especially if they're vintage, guys. I'm telling you. There's money to be made.
Boy, I overlooked them when I first started, but you know.
They also took advantage of the 15% Madcap August coupon. Going out to Joe. Hey there, Joe. Thank you so much. For $9.98. Not too bad. Just exactly what Daren had written on the back in the ship. Going out to you in the AM. And we're going to skip that one that we need to find because we'll show it on the next video, of course. And then next up, comics keep on going. Actually, comics have picked up for us.
Yep.
We had, if you guys binge watch us, we had a lull, right, where comics weren't selling every week. They picked back up. I think I just sold recently 2 Transformers last couple videos ago.
Yeah,
once.
We've been selling groupings of
here's
them.
another one. This is a Transformer 2007 IDW Comics cover B Transformers Spotlight Soundwave.
Now we will be looking for more sound waves from our dealer.
So Dave, if you are watching, because you asked me, do you have any more Soundwave covers? And I replied and said, no, not right now, but that doesn't mean I won't. This actually came from a yard sale, one of our local yard sales. We went and found a guy that collects and sells comics. And we're going back to his house in September. We got his phone number here. And if we do get more Soundwave covers, I will reach out to you. But this, of course, is going out to Dave. And it sold for $6.78. Not too bad for comics. Because, guys, comics are not going to be high dollar. You know that. Unless you bought a high dollar comic like the graded one Daren showed. I think it was a couple videos ago. They go by so quick. So
all run together.
It all runs together for us. But we did. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah. So don't overlook those. Make it part of it for a good price.
I don't really, and I have been asked this in our groups before on Madcap Toys little Facebook page. I don't really always shoot for the higher end comics, and by that I'm not talking grade. I'm talking, I go for things that the average kid can spend their allowance on.
Sure.
And just enjoy. You know.
And just enjoy them, vintage and newer alike, for sure. Lastly, we got this one. This one came up this morning from Living Toys, InSync, Justin Timberlake.
Justin Lester.
No, Justin Timberlake. Collectible.
He went through his Bieber stage.
Well, that's Bieber. This is Timberlake.
Oh, I'm sorry, Justin.
All right, totally different Justins there. Collectible marionette. So this was back in the day in the 90s. Daren had this at our Bedford store.
Yep.
If you can see the price tag. Was found on Justin Shelf 1, right? And he also took advantage of the 15% off Madcap August coupon going out to Michael. Hey there, Michael. Thank you so much. For $16.99 plus
shipping to boot.
Shipping to boot. So Daren made $1 more than what he had on the price tag. Can't complain.
Well, I'll be quite honest with you. I'm glad it sold because I hope it helps fill somebody's collection.
And it made a little bit of space on the Justin Shelf that helps me out a little bit. Because we've had it for some time, at least. Guys, probably 7 years, at least. So, because Daren made a deal to a guy that had the whole collection, and Daren bought it for a song and a dance.
Whole back room.
Bought it for a song and a dance, and
you remember
took
where
some time.
It was?
I vaguely have memories, but it's been a long time ago.
Okay, you know down there towards Red Lobster.
Yeah, I know where that was.
Yeah, by that old car lot, the one that the boys had.
Right.
Down there was 2-3 boys.
Actually, I was B-Town or B-Town Mall or something like that.
Yeah, bought out his whole back room.
Used to be a furniture store, but they went out.
But he gave me a good deal, and I appreciate it. I hope whatever he's doing now, he's doing good at it.
That he's doing excellent. He was also an eBay reseller too. So if you're watching, hey,
we appreciate you.
That's basically it. Yeah. That's all the one that we sold. We'll just recap really quick. I've been helping a little bit, but again, a lot of low dollars on the listing for both of us.
Today.
I did outdo him on Saturday. I did post about $30 or $40 more, but again, I'm like up and down, but it's a lot of low dollar stuff to make the high, the high dollar.
Depends on what you get into.
So out of our $9,000 listing goal, right now we're at $2,154. Will we make the extra $7,000 in 2 weeks? It's not looking very good.
6 to 7.
It's not looking too good unless we get some high dollar things going on.
And low end, we might do 49 to 5.
But we are listing, and as you can see, as we are listing, we're selling. So that's what makes the difference.
Right.
And also I've been trying to, now I think I missed it today on Madcap Toys Plus, had some ending. I didn't get to it in time to relist it manually myself for new item numbers, but we try to do that to kind of keep it fresh as we can do. I don't have anything else to say, guys. I gotta get this wrapped up and stacked up for the AM, but until next time,
you're
guys.
going to be pushing this week before you get off there. You're going to be pushing CDs and DVDs.
Yes, that's a big thing that we're going to be listing. We have a bunch of DVDs and CDs from their yard. We got to continue working on our yard sale stuff. He knows that, and we're piling it high. We're now Daren is going to take a lot of pictures today while I sit there and pack this stuff up.
Right.
So, all right, but we're going to see you next time. So take care, guys.
Bye bye all.